Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth through rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that have been scattered abroad. Shalom. This is Matazah Lacham. I just ran across this video. I was watching Elder Manatazak video yesterday about Donald Trump saying some goddamn bullshit about about it's not going to be a World War III. You're a goddamn lie. Hold on, man. I gotta get him. I gotta get him, man. You lying snake. What do you mean? Ain't gonna be no World War III. Okay. The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai says America will be destroyed, okay, by great fervent heat. Okay? Ain't gonna be no if we're really smart, what does it say? Lying motherfucker. If we're really smart, there won't be a World War III. Y'all gotta hear this bullshit. Listen to this bullshit, man.
As I said earlier, I intend to be a partner in securing a better future. We're going to be working, you're going to be working with the United States, and we're going to make sure that the Middle East is going to be a safe and secure place. It's a very important place in the world. It means so much. There were so many people who said the Middle East, and this has been going for many, many decades. I've read it many times, that World War III will begin in the Middle East. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. There was a time that you would have thought it could have, but it's not going to happen. There won't be World War III, hopefully at all, but it's not going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. There'll never be a World War III. Our work begins right here and right now. From ancient times, this region has been extraordinarily mixed with respect to people, culture, religions, all of the different elements of national characters, unlike maybe anywhere else on earth. And for 3,000 years, there's been conflict. For whatever reason, there's been tremendous conflict, always conflict. But today, for the first time anyone can remember, we have a once-in-a-lifetime chance to put the old feuds and bitter hatreds behind us. And that's why so many people in this room, they didn't get along. Some did, some didn't, but they're getting along now. This has brought the people together. This is the first time the Middle East crisis has brought people together as opposed to driving them apart, and to declare that our future will not be ruled by the fights of the generations past, which is foolish. So together, let us continue in the spirit of cooperation and goodwill that has finally brought us to this incredible, historic breakthrough. If we do together, we will reach the Middle East's incredible destiny, a safe and prosperous and beautiful crossroads of culture and commerce, faith in humanity and geographic center. This will be the geographic center of the world. So I just want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank you all for...
Shut up.
As I said earlier, I intend to be a partner in securing a better future. We're going to be working, you're going to be working with the United States, and we're going to make sure that the Middle East is going to be a safe and secure place. It's a very important place in the world. It means so much. There were so many people who said the Middle East, and this has been going for many, many decades. I've read it many times, that World War III will begin in the Middle East. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. There was a time that you would have thought it could have, but it's not going to happen. There won't be World War III, hopefully at all, but it's not going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. There'll never be a World War III. Our work begins right here and right now. From ancient times, this region has been extraordinarily mixed
with a bunch of bullshit, right? Let's go get it. Use a lying motherfucking snake, you cracker. Telling a lie, man. Okay, you lying motherfucker. Okay, where I'm gonna go? Revelation chapter 11. Okay. Verse 13. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to the God of heaven. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. The second terror is past, but the third terror is coming quickly. Right? That's what it's saying. Okay. Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, that thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and thou shouldst destroy them which destroy the earth. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, we're all in agreement that they destroyed the earth. They destroyed every goddamn thing. You got chemtrails in the air. Okay, the 1/3 of the ocean's fish are either starving to death, committing suicide by bleaching themselves, or can't eat because of the hooks and the nets and the oil slicks and the trash. They got an entire continent the size of the state of Texas of trash that floats from continent to continent to continent between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Nothing but trash. Plastic bottles, tires, you name it. It is in there, man. Bullshit. And shouldst destroy them which destroyeth the earth. Okay? Bullshit. Yeah, you pissed me off with that one. Let me go back over here to, where is it at? 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. The day of the Lord. Okay? But the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for you yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they say, peace and safety, there's not going to be a World War III. No, there's not going to be a World War III. If we're smart, there's not going to be a World War III. We're going to work together. You lying motherfucking snake. Ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit. The Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is in control of everything. I'm finna go there. Watch this. For when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail a woman with child, and they shall not escape. These Edomites shall not escape the judgment of the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua in heaven. Let's go get it. Okay. Boom. Ecclesiasticus. No, 2nd Ezra. Come on, man. 2nd Ezra chapter. Is that it? No. 2nd Ezra chapter 4. Hold on. Right. Verse 37. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times, and he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. Okay? So, no. These Edomite devils are on a time clock. A time clock that has been predetermined by the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, the creator of the heavens, the earth, the sea, all that is therein, and the foundation of all water. So whenever you get done, Edomite Caucasian trash, you lying snake, the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua has already got your doom planned out. Okay? Job. Yep, you knew it. 14, verse 5. Okay? Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. The boundaries in space. You can't get past low Earth orbit, okay, because you're going to run into an asteroid field, okay, of asteroids the size of Texas moving at 14,000 miles per second, okay, in an elliptical orbit around the planet. In addition to that, okay, you have a radiation belt called Van Allen's belt. It's a radiation field, okay, that'll burn up all human flesh. You ain't going to get past Van Allen's belt to go to the moon, you lying snake. You motherfuckers never left the planet. Okay? Then you got your boundaries that you cannot pass. You trying to set up a peace agreement, a peace deal. Oh, man. Hold on. Where was that? Boom. Popped in my head right then. Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. And that's all America, Babylon the Great, and these Edomite Caucasians have done on a global scale. They've dealt treacherously with every nation on the face of the earth. Rape, murder, pillage, tariffs. Okay? They've signed peace agreements, like it says in the in the book of Psalms. Hold on, let me go over here to Psalms and then come right back. Boom. Psalms chapter. Come on now. Boom. Right. Psalms chapter 55 verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. Look what he did to the indigenous population of the Indians, so-called, okay, who were the northern tribe of the house of Israel, Latinos and Native Americans, okay, for the most part, who were dark-skinned. They've been raped over and over and over and been lightened up. Their hair texture has been changed from its natural state of woolly to that straight shit that most of these Caucasians got. All these Latinos got it too. Straight hairs, you know. Okay? They've been lightened up. The lighter they are, the more they're accepted into the society of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. That's the reason why they bow down and kiss these crackers in the crack of their ass. Okay? During the civil rights movement, okay, you didn't hear a peep out of these so-called illegal immigrants. They were coming over the border like it was going out of style. There was no border patrol. If there was a border patrol, it was like one Jeep of a 500 or 600 fucking miles. People just walking over the border, go straight off into Texas, and then spread all over the goddamn United States from that point, man. During the Civil Rights Act in the 1960s and 50s, or in the 1950s, you know, okay, Martin Luther King marching and all that old shit. You see, or what they call him, Michael Luther King, okay, who was a goddamn sellout to the Rockefeller family. Okay, come on, man. I mean, come on, man. Really? He hath put forth his hand such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. And now you got smooth butter coming out of this motherfucker's mouth again, talking shit about, there's not going to be a World War III. There's not going to be a peace. You know, whatever. Just lying. Okay? Because the Most High has already predetermined his doom, man. This motherfucker going to die anyway, man. Okay? His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. They're probably drawn swords against all of the individuals over in the Middle Eastern area. Okay? You know, because the least of the flock is going to draw them out into World War III anyway, man. Okay? Damn. Hold on. Let's go get it. Jeremiah. Okay? Let me go get Jeremiah chapter 28. Right? Verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Right? The prophet was prophesied of peace. When the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord hath truly sent him. What are the prophets saying right now? The apostles and elders of great millstone and other righteous men concerning Babylon the Great, America, the land of Merathaim, the land of double rebellion, the land of bitterness, America. Huh? What are the prophets saying? The prophet's saying America's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction, by thermonuclear heat, by intercontinental ballistic thermonuclear missiles. Hey, did you know that North Korea just got through cleaning up all of their uranium, and they're in the process of making thermonuclear missiles. They got 100 warhead tip thermonuclear ICBM missile right now. Just one. Just all they need. And all Kim Jong-il, the president of North Korea, all he wants to do is burn America off the fucking map anyway. That's all he want to do, man. He'll probably be the motherfucker to start the fight. I mean, come on, man. Really? No, you're not going to get away. Now, Let me go over here to Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 20. Oh, let's start at verse 14. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen. And who are the ambassadors of the Most High God? Like it says in Amos chapter 3, verse 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh has as ambassadors on the earth sent unto all of the heathen. You see them standing on street corners, risking their lives and freedom, telling people to their face. They tripping about IUIC. IUIC, all they're there is to stir up trouble. Okay? You can't convince these evangelical Christians over the 2819 church to come away from worshiping Cicero Borgia. Like Yahweh Shai told the 12 apostles, okay, if in the Most High Yahweh Shai's only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, sent the apostles out 2 by 2. He didn't send 40 motherfuckers, 100 motherfuckers up there marching up and down the sidewalk trying to force people and intimidate them into worshiping Jeebus Cross as a Negro. Wearing purple, talking shit on a microphone. The Most High sent apostles 2 by 2. But you going up in front of 2819 church, IUIC them, talking shit to them people. And now they got their mouth open, scoffing and mocking the whole ministry. Getting the ministry blamed. But that's a different video. You know, the monkeys, they make me sick. I've heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather you together and come against her, rise up to the battle. Verse 15, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. Back to Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealst treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. NLT, what sorrow awaits you, Assyrians, who have destroyed others? Right? See, so the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai looks at these devils as the Assyrian. Now remember, under the Assyrian Empire, which had the northern kingdom under captivity at the same time that the Babylonians had the southern kingdom under captivity, okay, after the death of King Solomon, the Assyrians were oppressors, okay? The Babylonians just had us as slaves, okay? But the oppressors, they had enslaved the northern kingdom and forced them to worship their gods, forced them to do all kinds of different labor, forced them to do whatever. They did this, what was his name? Damn, I forgot his name. The King of Belgium. Damn, I forgot his name. But anyway, you know, to some of the Hamites, because remember, the Israelites have been scattered from one end of the earth to the other. Okay? That's part of the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. That's the Most High. That was the curse that Moses, the Most High's prophet, told us what would happen to us if we continue to disobey the Most High God. Okay, we would be scattered. Okay, during that scattering, okay, we went off into the northern kingdom went off into the Assyrian captivity. The Babylonians went into took us the southern kingdom, the Negroes, into the Babylonian captivity. Okay, what sorrow awaits you, Assyrians, who have destroyed others, but have never been destroyed yourselves? You betray others, but you have never been betrayed. But when you're done destroying, you will be destroyed. When you are done betraying, you will be betrayed. Okay? And these nations are all signing peace agreements and peace treaties with Donald Trump, Agent Orange, okay, NERO 47, in order to betray them. This is a biblical prophecy. The judgment of the Most High. The judgment of God. The judgment of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So the Most High has already got the said measure to be fulfilled. Okay? He has appointed their bounds that they cannot pass. See what I'm saying? Oh, gotta go get another one. Job chapter 5. Okay, verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty. Is this not a crafty device? For when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail a woman with child, and they shall not escape. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. Remember that when you read this. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. What is their enterprise? Novus Ordo Seclorum, new order of the world. Annuit Queptis, we have crowned our enterprise with success. These two Latin terms are written on the back of the $1 bill. Annuit Queptis is written on the back of the $1 bill above the pyramid, and underneath is Novus Ordo Seclorum, new order of the world. Okay? That's their enterprise. They want a new world fucking order, and this is their first, the beginnings of it. What I'm trying to say. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. See, and that's exactly what these devils are doing. They got secret councils and all kinds of shit. Let me go over here to Isaiah chapter 29. Where's that at? Verse 15, right? Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are done in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Right? This is their wicked counsels. Talking about they want to have their enterprise with success. How the fuck does that work? This new world order that they're trying to put together. Isaiah 33:1 says, when they cease to deal treacherously, they, being the heathen nations, shall deal treacherously with thee. They're going to betray them. Okay? And they're going to be cast down in derision, not knowing what the fuck is going on. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 20. Okay, start at verse 16. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Right? The height of the hill, oh, they're the most powerful nation on the earth. It's all these Edomite Caucasians bragging, bitch, and complain about. America's the greatest country ever. We're the great. You a goddamn lie. The nation of America has only been great for one demographic. One. And that's the so-called white people. That has never been great for anyone else. Everyone else had to struggle, come up, kiss your ass, lick your boots, do whatever, do the Uncle Tom, jump around like a goddamn kangaroo, right? Got to do all kinds of stupid shit, man. What you mean, dumb? Meek Mill, the dude that owns the Philadelphia 76ers, I forget his name, Michael Arden, Modin, or whatever his goddamn name is, made Meek Mill, because he lost a tennis match against him, being he's a billionaire, jump up and down like a goddamn, a kangaroo, because he lost. A lot of these individuals in the so-called black boule, black version, so-called black version of the Freemasonry, okay, and they're a part of it. They got to do all kinds of wicked and stupid shit that degrades their integrity and compromises their integrity and their dignity as men and women. They got to do all kinds of shit. Eat bowls of shit, drink piss. They got to bend over, spread their cheeks while somebody puts some Vaseline on a strap on and bang them up the ass. They got to masturbate in public. They gotta drink blood. They gotta sleep in a casket. They gotta do all kinds of stupid shit that's degrading, okay, in order to lick the boots and kiss the ass of these Edomite Caucasians. So America's only been great for one demographic, and those are the individuals that currently rule the world, right? Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldst make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord of hosts. Verse 17. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and hiss at all the plagues thereof. Okay, we're at the beginning of all the plagues that come jumping off to this place, man. Okay, there's no food, there's no water, there's no import or export of ships coming, bringing parts, bringing food, bringing clothes, bringing cars in and out of the country. All that shit's been cut off. They don't even talk about that in the news. They don't talk about that in mainstream media anymore. Have you noticed that? Okay. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall the Son of Man dwell in it. Behold. Okay, I'll just skip to 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. The earth is moved at the noise of their fall, at the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. See? Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Basra. Says the same thing in Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. Okay? And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pangs. Let's go get it. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt. Spiritual Sodom in Egypt. Spiritual Sodom, LBGTQ+, right? Spiritual Egypt. Everybody's got to work. Now there's no work for anybody. They're doing this setup, they're doing this deliberately and on purpose in order to push the MOTB. Okay? Because they have universal basic austerity income. I'll go read the New World Order for you in a laundry list so you can see it. Of what they plan on doing with this. When they say peace and safety, their words are smoother than butter. Remember that. They can't be trusted. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and it shall come into Egypt. Right? So spiritual Sodom and Egypt and Basra of the Hebrew prophets are the same place. Babylon the Great, America. Why? Why is the Lord coming here? The Lord is coming here first. Okay? He's coming here first because this is the highest concentration of Israelites on the planet. Plus, in addition to that, okay, the Most High is, like I said before, he's coming here first. Highest concentration. Besides, it says in the book of Zechariah, chapter 12, verse 6, that the Most High is going to set, or verse 7, is going to set up the tents of Judah first. Right? Let's get it. Where was I at? Boom. Right, here it is, verse 7, I was right. The Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, and the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. And the highest concentration of Judites, aka Negroes, here in America from the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, are here in America. It's the reason why he's coming here first. Okay, he's going to spread his wings over Basra. The Basra of the Hebrew prophets is America, Marathaim, the land of bitterness. Because America was never great, but for one demographic, it was bitterness for every goddamn body else. So this motherfucker talking shit about, oh, we're going to have peace. There's not going to be a World War III. You a lying motherfucker. You snake. Don't believe that snake oil coming out of his mouth. The Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, and the glory of the house of David, and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. Okay? Okay. Going back to Isaiah 19 and 1. Okay. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. And this swift cloud is the chariot. Okay. I had another video on my chariot, on my video, or I'll just go get it because I can't explain it. This dude pisses me off with that goddamn bullshit all the time, talking about the Lord this and the Lord that. You lying snake, man. He really gets me, just got me going yesterday. Let me see if I can find that video for you right quick, where dude admitted it.
In Scripture, you have the chariots that are mentioned. God's transport basically, and it ripping through the space-time from the spiritual into the natural. I think that's basically the same thing that we're dealing with UFOs.
Okay. So, yeah. You know, lion, snake, man. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Okay? Saying the same thing. I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Okay? This is what they're going to do next. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsels thereof. Right? That's what's happening. You got J.D. Vance got caught in a lie. You got Kash Patel that got just the department, or what is it, the director of the FBI. He just got caught in a goddamn lie. What's her name? Pam Bondi. She just got caught in a lie. The secretary of the attorney general or whatever. I mean, all of these people are going to be set up to take the fall for Babylon the Great and take the blame. Okay, that's the reason why they've been put in place. That's the reason why they're putting their face out there. Okay, this is all a deal set up by the World Economic Forum. Okay, I was trying to find out what Hephzibah meant in the ancient Hebrew. Okay, let's see. Where is it at? Is that the top? Is that the top? Where am I at? Boom, boom. Salakia. I'm trying to find that one picture. Hold on, man. I know I said it. Hold on. Where is it at? Where is it at? I'm too far. Oh, yep, too far. Hold on. I'm trying to find that one picture where it's got the whole thing as far as the New World Order, what their plan is. Agenda 2030. Trying to figure out where it's at. It's in here. Bear with me. Okay, I'm trying to, because no. Bear with me. Okay. Hold on. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it? I was right there. Right there. Boom. Okay. Bam. Okay. New World Order, right? This is it. This is what they want. Okay. New World Order. Okay. One world government. End of nations. One world army. One world police force. You got the police force with ICE, right? Hold on. You got the police force. You got the one world army. They're amalgamating the army and the motherfucking ICE together, right? And ICE has already got FBI, CIA, Department of Homeland Security, ATF, and ICE all rolled together in one police force. Okay? End of the family unit. The nuclear family, the man, the woman, the child, that you're going to destroy that by implementation of the Insurrection Act. One world central bank, right? The Bank of International Settlements, okay, set up by digital currency, right? End of all private property. One world cashless currency. Central bank digital currency, right? World Depop and fertility control. End of home and car ownership. Mandatory multiple VAX yearly. Universal austerity income. Social media digital ID. Micro CHIP for health, shopping, and travel. Implementation of Chinese social credit system. Government-based raised children. All businesses ran by the state. End of non-essential air travel. Okay? They got TikTok videos where individuals can't travel on the plane because of the social credit score is too low. Or they owe some goddamn money to some other country. Or not country, but some business or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Humans concentrated into 15-minute zones. End of private farms and vegetable gardens. So they can feed you genetically modified organic food, which is part of the World Depop and fertility control. Okay? The food is plastic. It has absolutely no nutritional value whatsoever. So how's this motherfucker talking about, this is just what they're going to do to America. They're starting to do this shit on a global scale because Bill Gates is a lunatic. Okay? He's completely insane. Well, I'll never take it back. It's proof. Why in the fuck, okay? Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 4 says, one generation passeth away and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. Forever. If the earth abides forever, why in the fuck are you telling everybody in the world that there's too many people in the world, and then set up a fucking agenda to destroy everybody? See? Come on, man. End of animal ownership, ban on all natural medicine, AI court, and end of individual rights, limited access to wild spaces, end of fossil fuels and in human modern conveniences. Okay? Now, they just put out, the brother of Arrows of Indignation just put out a video concerning that. Everybody's doing a follow-up video or a response video concerning the little computer AI, this little Chinese Asian chick, okay? They fucked her over. She can't do this. She can't do that. She can't buy enough red meat. She took home a bag of worms to eat. What the fuck, man? This is what these. Okay, they did the same thing. On that one television show about everybody left on the face of the planet is on a giant train. A train. Okay, and it just circles the world over and over and over again. And the people at the front of the front bucker of the train, they're filthy rich, dancing, kicking, and got plenty of food, eating steak dinners, all this other shit, and everybody at the back of the plane eating cockroaches and worms and snakes and shit, rats, human flesh, right? Yeah, this is what they want: the rich to be rich and the poor to be poor, eating cockroaches and rats and snakes and shit. This is what they want, man. So how is it possible that this Edomite Caucasian gonna get away with anything that he says, man?
As I said earlier, I intend to be a partner in securing a better future. We're going to be working, you're going to be working with the United States, and we're going to make sure that the Middle East is going to be a safe and secure place. It's a very important place in the world, means so much. There were so many people who said the Middle East, and this has been going for many, many decades. I've read it many times, that World War III will begin in the Middle East. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. There was a time that you would have thought it could have, but it's not going to happen. There won't be World War III, hopefully at all, but it's not going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. There'll never be a World War III.
Lying snake. Lying snake. Finna get his ass again, you lying motherfucker, man. Second Ezra. Okay, hold on. Where was I at? Second Ezra. Go to Second Ezra, dog. Second Ezra. You lying motherfucker, man. I can't believe you people actually believe this monkey. Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 28. It's concerning the Middle East, right? Damn. I might have to go to another. Okay, Second Ezra. Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, and all they which hear them may fear and tremble. So the nations of the dragons of Arabia, and the nations of the dragons of Arabia are in the so-called Middle East, which is Western Asia. It is not the Middle East. Better stop saying the Middle East, Elder Malcolm. He might punch you in the face, over at GMS Maccabean Spirit. He gets hot about that when people keep saying that Middle East. It irks him, and it's kind of funny, but shit, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right, brother, but anyway, and all them that hear them may fear and tremble. Fear and tremble. Salakia. Verse 30. Also the Caramanians, right, which are the Iraqis, which are the Persians, the Median Persians, remember? Raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. Now we all are in agreement that the modern day Assyrians are the oppressors, aka Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And that's all the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, has done to the Palestinians and all of the dragons of Arabia, all of the Arab nations surrounding these Israeli Amalekite converts. Okay, they've been oppressing them and pushing the fact that we're going to use the Samson option. We're going to push the button. We're going to do this. Well, what about Vladimir Putin? Vladimir Putin's got the same thing. He's got a Samson option. If anything happens to him, the nuclear weapons immediately are launched in every fucking direction. Okay? So BB what did Elder Malcolm say? He said his name was Malachowski. Malachowski, is that how to pronounce it? I don't know, man. I'll have to BB Malachowski, whatever his goddamn last name. I can't pronounce it. But anyway, this lying snake, man. The Caramanians are the Arabs, right? Raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come. So they're all going to assemble, like I said before in Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1, when the Babylonians cease to deal treacherously, then the heathen nation shall deal treacherously with thee. It says the same thing in Obadiah chapter 1, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have dealt a wound against thee. Man, come on, man. There's no way out of this shit. Okay? And the least of the flock is going to draw them out into World War III, because right now they're signing a peace agreement, right? Like it says, peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall cometh upon them as a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Remember? So when they're signing a peace agreement with the Palestinians or with Hamas or whatever, okay, for the release of these so-called Israeli prisoners. But they were actually in Israeli prisons. Okay? And the Israeli Defense Force were holding these children captive deliberately and on purpose. Okay, in order to push this bullshit narrative to blame it on the Palestinians and Hamas to exterminate those people, man. It was a setup, Batman. Understand? See, everything's coming out on these goddamn devils. Everything's coming out on them. Ain't nothing they can do. They're hemorrhaging the truth. Right? Let's go to Psalms. Where's it at? 64. Verse 4. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Right? And the perfect are the Israelites. They're doing that right now. They're bringing ICE into every state. All he needs to do is push the Insurrection Act. He's playing with it right now to see how far he can go as far as pushing the deal with the court system. Okay, he's pushing the court. He dared the judge to throw him in jail. He do whatever he want to do. He's the president, right? Is this not the man of lawlessness found in the book of Daniel, chapter 8? The man, verse 23 to 25, the man of lawlessness, the son of perdition, found in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Okay, the man of sin, it's the same person, and it's all in the cruel Lord in Isaiah 19, verse 4. These are all pointing to goddamn Donald Trump, man. He's a lawless bastard, does whatever the fuck he wants to do. He's pushing the law. He says the law of the land, which is the Constitution, okay, is null and void. He's got, man, come on, man. Y'all see everything this monkey's doing, and now he's telling the entire motherfucking global south that there's going to be peace in order to get them to lower their defenses so this way they can attack them without impunity. And then it's too late then. It's too late for them to fight back. But that's what's going to happen. Now they got a Qatari, okay, a Qatari military base being built in Idaho here in America. Okay, so they're already gearing up for World War III, and they're already gearing up for the Insurrection Act being implemented in martial law, because 50%, at least 50% of the United States military is going to turn against the United States government, okay, and protect the people because they're constitutionalists. Then you have the loyalists that need more people on their side. So who do? They hire their rabbins, the Arabs, I was trying to say the Caramanians and the Arabs, but they came out at the same time. You see what I'm saying? So, okay, but that's what they're doing. They hired the Persians pretty much, Qatari, okay, and have them take up that part of the United States military under the constitutionalists, okay, and white nationalism, okay, that are going to join together against ICE and against the military. Hell, the military is going to be divided itself. Okay? They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? And that's what they're doing. These are all snares and traps. Okay, like it says in Psalms chapter 10. Okay, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. That's the reason why they set up OpenAI, Palantir, Gideon, open all these open source, OpenAI. What is it? Gideon. I forgot the name of that other one they got. Okay. See, so this way, and I just showed you a laundry list of the New World Order agenda. Okay. That's the reason why they're doing it. They search out iniquity. So if you do something wrong, you owe the government, they just take it out of your chip digitally. It's total control of the people. That's the fucking plan. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Now this arrow is an intercontinental thermonuclear device. And I already made mention of Kim Jong-il got nuclear weapons now in North Korea. All he's got to do is send a Tomahawk missile, an atomic missile over to South Korea. America's drawn into World War III right then. All China's got to do is attack Taiwan. Okay, America's drawn into World War III right then. Okay, all of the dragons of Arabia, the Caramanians, the Medo-Persians, all they got to do is attack the Israeli, and the least of the flock draws them, Babylon the Great, out into World War III. So either way, no matter what's going on, these motherfuckers stand on a very delicate precipice about to fall either forward or backward. Either way, there is no handhold. They're falling at a 45-degree angle with axle grease on it on roller skates. And ain't no handhold in sight. Ain't no fucking way, man. So how is it possible that there's going to be peace and safety? There's not going to be a World War III if we're smart. Fuck you, asshole. Okay? There's going to be a World War III because the Most High Yahweh has already predetermined your doom. Fuck you. You're going to die, and that's that. Okay? The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai sent his only begotten son to Egypt first to set up the tents of Judah first. Okay? It's that simple. He's coming here first and get the tents of Judah that he's going to set up his elect out of the way and fuck everybody else. Just like it was in the flood with Noah and his family. Fuck everybody else, man. I mean, he had an entire planet. The Most High destroyed an entire planet full of people. What makes you think he won't do it again? You idiot. People, you Edomites, man. Whatever, dude. Okay. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And all men shall fear and declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. Right? So everybody in the world is going to see the destruction and hear the destruction, hear their cry at their fall and the noise of it, of Babylon the Great, when it's hit by this missile. Because the Most High says, okay, but Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So their new world order ain't going to be able to take off, man. Okay? People don't get it. Let's go get it. What is that? Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. Salakia. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is letting you know there's no free will. Okay? There's no free will. Forget it. Okay? Nope. Ain't no free will. 16. Proverbs 16. Right? Verse 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself, yep, even the wicked, for the day of evil. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand join hand in hand, he shall not be unpunished. The Lord detests the proud. They will surely be punished. Okay. 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 Proverbs chapter 16, verse 9. A man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directeth his steps. Okay? Ain't no free will. Ain't no free will. Bullshit. So you saying there's free will, you can do what you want to do? The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai controls your ass when you're in a sleep. Okay? Job 33:14. For the Most High speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from man. Okay? He terrifies, he whispers in their ears, and terrifies them with warnings. Did not it say in the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 28, that the Most High would pour upon all the earth his spirit upon all flesh? Men would have dreams, young men would see visions, and young women would prophesy about the times of the end. So there's no way that this devil's going to get away with what he's gone away with, man. Come on now. These motherfuckers are insane. The prophets have already designated your doom. I'll read it again. Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophet which, okay, where's that? The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Okay, and that's all the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and other righteous men underneath them, risking their lives 2 by 2, standing on street corners, risking their lives in freedom to spread the truth of this gospel. And the gospel is the good news that Yahushua HaMashiach is coming to receive unto himself his elect and receive unto them by the angels. Let's go get it. Matthew chapter 24, right? Verse 31. And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Okay, going back over here on Mark. Right? So how is that going to work? Mark chapter 3, verse 24. If a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. And Basra of the Hebrew prophets. Okay, America, Babylon the Great, Maritime, the land of double rebellion. Okay, they rebel against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. And they rebel in every action, word, and deed. Because like it says in Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. And this perverse spirit is the ideology or the idea of freedom to do as thou wilt. That's the whole of the law of a Satanist. Do as thou wilt. Okay? And that's what these devils are doing. They're doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Okay? And then blame it on some fictitious false god by the name of Jeebus Crossed. The people have forgotten that the letter J was created in 1524 by a man by the name of Giorgio Trissino. In 1524, it never existed. That's 1524 years after Yahushua had ascended into the kingdom of heaven on a chariot before the 11 apostles. What the fuck? Afterwards. So it's impossible for his name to be Jesus. That ain't his name. His name is Yahushua HaMashiach. Okay, Hamashiach, okay, simply means anointed. Like Christ, it means anointed. That's all it means. Okay, the name Yahushua, okay, which means he is salvation. That's the only way out of here. Okay, so these devils up here talking about, they're going to get away with it. They're going to do with it. No, you ain't. Where's it? Mark 13. Okay. Now, let's go over here to Mark 10. That's good. Salakia. Yeah, there it is. Mark 10, verse 26. And they were astonished out of measure, saying amongst themselves, who then can be saved? right? Because these Edomite devils would call, with the Christianity, they say that everybody can be saved, all nations can be saved, which is bullshit. Okay, and Yahweh Shai looking upon them saith, with men it is impossible, but not with the Most High, for with the Most High all things are possible. Okay, so these people, they can't be saved, man. These Edomites, there's no way. Where's that? Okay. The rich young ruler. Yup. So, I mean, everybody's got something here in America that they got to give up. They're going to give it all up in order to follow after and pick up the cross and follow after Yahweh Shai. And a lot of people just ain't got the testicular fortitude for that type of thing. They don't have it physically. They don't have it mentally, spiritually. It just ain't there. They follow and they say, yeah, at the time when they push the mark of the beast, I ain't going to take it. I ain't going to take it. Bullshit. You don't know exactly what you're going to do, because like I just read in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 9, a man pondereth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps. Like it says in Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24, a man's goings are of the Lord. How then can a man understand his own way? Right? And then we read again also in Job chapter 33, verse 14 through 19, okay, that the Most High, while you're on the bed asleep, he whispers it in your ear, your instruction for the next day. So the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, controls everything. He controls all the aspects, all the outcomes of whatever. And this motherfucker sitting up there talking shit about, we're going to have, there's not going to be a World War III. There's not going to be a World War III, don't worry. As long as we make the right decision, as long as we do this thing right, there's not going to be a World War III. Don't worry. You lying snake. You lying snake. You lying man, come on, man. That bullshit. No, it's going to be a World War III because that's what the Lord wants. Okay. And then I'm going to finish up. Let me see, where am I going to go? Okay, well, we can try that. What does Ezekiel chapter 12 say? Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 21. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth? Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. Okay? Okay? For there shall be no more any vain vision or flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass, and it shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word, and will perform it, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And again the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Behold, son of man, they of the house of Israel say the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesieth of the times that are far off. Because you have IUIC and a lot of these other groups, Tazariak and other individuals that are saying that the time of the end is far off. What was his name? The Pegameister, Pegatron, over there at Sakari, the lunatic that turned his back on his group and went back off into the world to be a goddamn Hoover Crip. I forget his name. Gorilla Hebrew, right? Okay. Didn't he say the days would be prolonged? The vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesieth of the times that are far off, right? Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So the Most High says it's going to happen, and ain't nothing these devils can do about it. I'm gonna close out with Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Let me say it again. Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off all the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Okay? And that's what that's basically what's going on. Okay, that's what you got to do, man. That's what I would do. Okay, Joel. I don't know, but just keep popping in my head, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Damn. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say, I am strong. And all these heathen nations are still building their armaments, their nuclear weapon stockpiles, their planes, their jets, their tanks. Oh my. So for this Edomite talking shit out the side of his neck, there's not going to be a World War III. Why are they still building for war? Okay, hold on.
It's about to get real. Now, I don't know what preparedness means to...
Okay, that was just popped in there. What the hell? Did you see that shit? Wow. Okay, where was I at, man? See, I lost my place. Obadiah, right? Chapter 1, verse 7. Right? All the men of thy confederate... Okay, let's do it in NLT. All your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it. Wait a minute. What this
Hopefully at all, but it's not going to start in the...
Hold on.
As I said earlier, I intend to be a partner in securing a better future. We're going to be working, you're going to be working with the United States, and we're going to make sure that the Middle East is going to be a safe and secure place. It's a very important place in the world, means so much. There were so many people who said the Middle East, and this has been going for many, many decades. I've read it many times, that World War III will begin in the Middle East. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. There was a time that you would have thought it could have, but it's not going to happen. There won't be World War III, hopefully at all, but it's not going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. There'll never be a World War III. Our work begins right here and right now from ancient times.
Okay. Now, we all know he just told a lie, right? Because the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua says he has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, through his prophet, the servant Job, says he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Okay. Second Ezra, by the prophet Ezra, says, chapter 4, verse 37, says, by the said measure of the times, and they should not be stirred or moved until the said measure be fulfilled. Okay? These devils are going to continue building for war. We just read it in Obadiah chapter 1, verse 8. All praises to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.